Okay, so those are cut flush with the nuts now. Now I'm going to get a little burr on it, so I hit that with play it with the grinder a little bit. Get out of the way. Okay. Now they're flush cut. Won't be in the way now. Just in case you want to know why we had to cut it. And the seats on the bike, to get up in here, they get in the way. See, the seat goes all the way down. See how the nuts get right up against the frame? So when the seat bottoms out, the nuts bottom out. So if you get up in the air, no problem. You come down, if you hit right there, it'd be a problem. So I try to come a little just above the top of the nut, but as usual, it drops down until it's flush. So we're right up flush with the nut. So oh well, that's fine. It'll work. So you can't say they're in the way now. They're cut. Gotta make sure you're using the hardware you're going to use. Okay. So now I just got to get those tops of studs radiused off slightly. Cut that top thread so the nut will go down easier. Okay. Don't get too carried away, just a little bit's all it takes. Pull it off, throw them away. Don't throw hot stuff in your trash, it'll catch on fire. So you have trash in our trash, so hot parts and they'll burn. Okay, so now the studs are radiused off a little bit. So when you go to put the nut on there, see how it starts in there nice and easy, no problem. Okay, so that part's good. So now we don't have to slot our holes out here so much right there. It's not nearly as much to get it to come up. So it only needs to be slotted on the back side here also. Yeah, it's got to be slotted the whole thing. Alright, so you look at the angle it's at, and you duplicate the angle when you put it in the press, in the drill press, or milling machine in this case. So all I do is figure out how I'm going to do that. I got to think for a minute on doing that. And we'll figure it out. It's all about figuring out what you're going to do. I'll leave that there. I'll hand file those holes. You probably could hand file these. No, there's too much work to do. Alright, I just had this on a little order, now I gotta do it again. Okay, so almost lost the seat. Alright, so we got to figure out how we're going to do this here. Get that over there. Quit looking at me. What are you looking at me for? Okay, we got to cut this at the correct angle. So I have to figure out in my head how I'm going to do this. Okay, so the angle needs to go forward. The studs are going to an angle like this. So flip it over, you go like that. So this is the angle we need. Watch better what I'm doing. Okay, so to get this to come up, we got to come straight up. So that means we have to cut an angle like this to come straight up. So if you keep it straight up like this, you flip it over, put it in the middle, goes at this angle here, you'll be in the correct direction. Okay, so now we put it over in the milling machine. So now the metal's in the milling machine at a pretty heavy angle. So now we come in here with an end mill and poke it in there, we should be alright. So we have to figure out the angle difference between this stud and this stud. Or at least from this stud to vertical. You can see it's a pretty good angle. Let me bring my scale with me, but you can see it's about an angle about that much difference. So it's quite a bit. And you can see how we got this at this angle here, so we're quite a bit, so it's about the same. Maybe slightly more. So now you go in here with an end mill. We cut this away and plunge it through, and hopefully it'll be what we need. At least that's the game plan. Okay. Camera's in my way. So we need to get an end mill. So that's a 5/16 bolt, so we're going to get a milling machine, mill cutter. 5/16 mill cutter. I think that's what that is. If any damn calipers around here, I can measure it. Nope, 1/4 inch. Alright, that one's 5/16. See, I still have not found my calipers yet. 2 of them are missing. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the mill and do this. So the first thing I do is turn on my phase converter so I can use it. So I have my special tool right here. Looks like a stick. Reach up in there and hit that button right there. Come in handy. Okay, now our milling machine will work, see? It doesn't work until that thing is turned on over there. Okay, so we need a holder for this. There's our holder. Okay, so I just work this, turn this on and hit the go button. Alright. First thing I do is center up the hole. Okay. Zero everything out. Okay, we should just plunge that straight in the hole now. So you can see right there, I'm just going to sit. I'm just going to go right through the hole there, right on down like that. And make it oval. Tapered oval. Not sure how much we need to go, so we'll just kind of do a little bit on each and come back. Next one. You can do all this by hand also, but it just makes it easier. It looks like it did the opposite of what I wanted to do. It figures. Just gotta make sure I do it right and it's backwards. Oh, I did the correct way. I did not screw that up. I did it correctly. So you can see where the cut hole is at. The original hole is a dark hole. That's the cut hole. And you're in here, you can see how the cut hole is in the right spot. So as you go right in there. Now it's just a matter of how much more we need to go. See, I cut through the back side here. I didn't really want to. I just made it oval the other way more than I wanted, but okay, but I need to go this way quite a bit more. So put it back up there and do the same thing again, just go a little bit more this time. I cut through the back side of the hole where I didn't want to, but oh well. It is what it is. Take a big chunk out of it this time. Big cuts. Let's see how long this is. Not that long. Yeah, they're pretty close. Can't tell different. Close enough for me. We have a nice big slot in there now. Should have to go come off on and off with the wall now. Looks good. Doing a lift test there. So I'm just picking it straight up without moving at all. Push it all the way that way and then go straight up. Comes right off. So that means I probably have enough angle to do what we need. So you go all the way down and just lift it straight up. Straight up as we can. Try to do it with one hand, I can't lift straight. Anyway, it's working. Okay, I'm going to go deburr these holes and I'm going to bend this down a little bit and we'll be back.